right, so I just bought this jet ski. It's not the cheapest one I found on Marketplace, but all the other ones were blown up or needed stuff done. This was pretty much one of the cheapest I found for, or that was running and, you know, in relatively good shape. So it's a 96 SeaDoo SPX. It's like the 647 or 750, I don't know. I gotta look it up. I've been looking at so many in the past couple days. I just met the guy and got it. Just kind of worked out. Paid $1,100 with the trailer, so that seems like a good deal to me. So it's been, you know, kept inside. As you can tell, there were two other identical machines, so 3 altogether that I found, and I wasn't dead set on the model or anything. I just like smaller jet skis. I want to get a big one just to pull with, but I also wanted just a small one, so this was just that first small cheap one. And I didn't mind doing a little bit of stuff to it, but I didn't want to get into a full engine rebuild on the first ski. I had a couple skis a couple years ago, but I got rid of them. They were not what I wanted. One was like a big old Polaris 3-seater that was just junk, took on water, didn't go very fast or anything like that. And the other one was one of those Kawasaki TS things, you know, where it's got the space in between so your feet can go down in the middle there. And that also went slow. That's for, like, you know, taking your grandma out if you wanted to go out, or kids, or it would be nice for kids. I didn't have kids at the time I had that, but it would have been nice for kids because it was super stable and had a large deck area. But now that my kids are getting older, they don't need that. They'll love this. Wow, they're 4 and 1.5. 2 boys. So yeah, all this thing needed is a couple things. I probably should have gone with $1,000, but he drove like an hour to meet me because I didn't have time, didn't want to drive the whole way. So that was cool. So I didn't want to haggle him too much. He had it posted for $1,200. And $1,000 would have been a good, he probably would have taken that if I had gone to him, but it was fine. I'm not worried about it. And the reasons why it could have been haggled down more is because the trim doesn't work, which is probably either a solenoid would be the cheap super easy fix, or even just the trim motor, which is also a pretty cheap and easy fix. So there's that, but it's in the middle, so it's totally rideable. And it's so small, you know, if you lean back or forward, you don't really need the trim as long as it's set in the middle. It gets stuck in the middle. And then I had to buy a battery, so I bought a good one, so that was like $100. And then I bought, you know, some plugs and some marine 2-stroke oil because I didn't have marine, and that's important to run because it's biodegradable, and these things leak so much that that stuff's gonna get, you know, into the water. So I've got tons of two-stroke oil for, you know, the bikes, but you really should run marine grade in these. So yeah, one thing is that this doesn't have the oil deleted yet, so it's got separate tanks. You know, so there's the gas tank obviously on the side there, and then you take this off and that's the oil tank. So, you know, he said that works, and I'm sure it does. But seat's in good cover, or good condition. He said it had been stored inside. So yeah, I don't know if I should delete this oil, you know, injection, and I haven't looked into what that entails. I mean, I think it's just, you just pinch off this line, terminate the line, which deletes the tank, and then, you know, premix your gas. So I would feel a little bit better about that, having a, you know, almost 30-year-old machine. So any opinions on that? Because I think, and I was, you know, my buddy told me that if that, you know, if and when that pump goes out, you're usually riding it, and it's just kind of like immediately out and boogers the engine right away. So I already pre-mix a lot of gas. I don't mind doing it. I like 2 strokes. Oh, there's a little bit of water down here. But all right, I get this battery changed over somehow. Alright, let me just pull it now. Alright, I'll do this with 2 hands and be right back. My tripod lost its nut that holds a little screw on, so I gotta hold the camera. But alright, I didn't change the spark plugs, but got the new battery in there. We'll see what it does. Maybe a little bit of choke, I don't know. killed it up here. Ah, that's exciting. All it needed was a battery. I knew I could trust Max. You know, some friends complain about shady people on Marketplace, and I'm sure they're out there, but come on, man. You just gotta weed them out. Look for the good people. You know, talk to them, and if it doesn't feel right, just walk away. But at the end of the day, $1,000 jet ski is $1,000 jet ski. So, you know, my buddy said that, and I was like, you know what, even if it's blown up, it's still pretty good shape for $1,000 jet ski. But we got a gravel train coming in.